and the Seattle Seahawks.
For Seattle.
Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Fields this way up at the 17. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
They'll run it here. This is D'Onta Foreman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
D'Onta Foreman.
31 yards there and a first down.
Brought down at the 28.
Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
Now Foreman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
A great play there. 28 yards. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
At the 26.
Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
Brings up second.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Wilson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now Wilson on first down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Intended for Greg Olsen.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Open is Olsen. He's got it. Touchdown Seahawks. Greg Olsen there to make the grab. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's good.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
For another Seahawks. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.
Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there. 77 yards. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Back at the 31-yard line.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. These two teams all tied after one. They need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Chase Young in there to drop him. It sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
Now 3rd down.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run with Foreman. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And Washington has taken the lead. Gay is on for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Washington 21, Seahawks 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8.
Receiver the ball.
They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's get it. Hey, 4 down. Watch 32.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Touch 50.
Throwing is Wilson. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. 7 yards to pick up there.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And caught left side, Olsen. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 32-yard line. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
fumbled on the play.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's Foreman. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
He was taken.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to let it go deep. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. T.J. Green with a pick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Carson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Troy Apke. The 40, the 30, 10. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things
interception.
for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. This is Carson, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Green on the tackle.
From the 39, Wilson. Left side, it's Dorsett. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 27-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's the backup Smith. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find Pete.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson taking it in. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Still just a two-score game in the third quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And no room to maneuver there. Give them a yard up to the 47.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
One quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. A carry for Foreman. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They run again with Foreman. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first.
First down, Washington.
On first down, Foreman down right around the 25. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Foreman, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A pickup of 2.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. Again, it's Foreman. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On third down, Foreman, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
Russell Wilson.
Jonathan Allen in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
10 yards on the play.
Throwing now is Wilson. And it's a quick slant to Lockett. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here.
A turnover on downs.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Seattle, so long, everybody.